Hi, and welcome to Newswire LA. I'm your host, Chen Thomasangsi. Today we're back and we're going to conclude our exclusive interview with Councilman Bernard Parks. After that, we're going to head a few miles southwest of our current location. That's where we'll find Newswire LA's Tricia Mitchell, who is actually attending a fundraiser for Assemblyman Mike Davis. All of that and more after this. And now we're going to head a few miles southwest of our current location. There we're going to find a fundraiser that's taking place for State Assemblyman Mike Davis of the 48th District. Many of you may not be aware that Assemblyman Davis has made his intentions clear that he's going to try to make a run for the 9th District City Council seat, which is going to be vacated after Jan Perry leaves office. Even though the race itself is significantly down the road, the time for fundraising and campaigning is now. Let's go to Newswire LA's Tricia Mitchell and find out what's going on.
Hi, I'm Tricia Mitchell with Newswire LA, and we're here with Assemblyman Mike Davis as he bids for the LA City 9th District Council seat. Hi, Mike. How are you?
Fine. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Tell us, first of all, about Mike Davis and how you're connected.
Well, I've been here in Los Angeles since 1980s, and I have been committed to public service and had a passion for public service even in college. Since being here, I've done graduate work here at several universities, but most importantly, I've had a chance to work with some of the greatest leaders, not only in the state of California, but in this country. I started my career as a field representative with Assemblywoman Maxine Waters and worked up to her chief of her Los Angeles office. After that, I worked with her as her district director in her congressional seat her first term. And then additionally, I worked with Supervisor Yvonne Burke as her senior deputy county supervisor. And so both of those leaders, both of whom have been outstanding, have given me the kind of experience at 3 levels of government that I think makes me qualified to continue to serve this area, in particular, Los Angeles City Council.
And in going for this bid, what is it that you think you will change on a local level different than on the state level?
Well, I'll first tell you that what is similar in all public service is a passion to improve the quality of life. What will be different is that the assignment to city government differs in many ways in terms of you're able to often touch and feel constituents closer in terms of public works projects, beautification of the city, transportation, and so that you directly are more involved on an everyday basis as opposed to being away in Sacramento doing big bills or in Washington doing even larger bills. So that would be the difference. It is more hands-on at the city level.
Now, how do you think that the current redistricting that just happened will affect your bid?
The jury is still out on the redistricting because in the process they have a committee, a commission appointed by the city council members. The second phase is the council members vote on a proposal, and they have already. But the third is that the mayor makes a final determination. That has not occurred yet. So we don't know what in fact the mayor will do. He has the option to do some alterations. However, having said all of that, as it goes through the process, I will look at the district in terms of how it will exist and identify both the strengths as well as the weaknesses. I've heard a lot about the weaknesses, but I think we have to also look at what the strengths are. And I will manage from accenting the strengths will be my method of management.
Now, it has been said that the city of Los Angeles is in a bit of a dire straits in terms of their finances and possibly bankruptcy. What do you think as a candidate can be done or should be done or will be done once you're in office to rectify that? And we all know that it can't happen overnight, but what would you start with?
As a legislator, I can tell you firsthand that the state legislature and the state of California hasn't actually easily balanced its very own budget. And all of us know we are in an era where the economy is in question. And certainly, because the city depends upon both state and federal government, it would too. I think that at the end of the day, the same challenge in the state is the same challenge at the city. Getting revenues. How can we obtain opportunities to get revenues that is fair and that is just? What kinds of fees, unfortunately? What kind of taxes, unfortunately? Or what other kinds of means can we employ, or as an administrator, can we execute? Do we have to reduce services in some areas? I would suspect we'd have to do a combination of those. We'd have to reduce perhaps in some areas where we can most afford to do so. And then on the other hand, we would have to try to figure out how we can generate more revenues to reinvest back into the services provided by the city.
As far as faith, what would you have to say to the Angelinos about running for office?
Well, I think that if you try to move from a position of fairness and justice, that always brings people together, and that certainly has always been my goal, and it will continue to be my goal, to make sure that every community has an equal opportunity to be heard and an equal opportunity to participate, and that when we implement programs that we take very seriously the opportunities that each community needs. And so I think to move from that will help bring people together in the city of Los Angeles. And it is my hope that they will appreciate that method of operating our city government.
Very good. Thank you so much for speaking with us, and good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
As Renee said, I have had the privilege of serving in the state of in the state of California in Sacramento, to try to create laws that will make a difference and improve the quality of life for others. We have chosen in our office to tackle those issues that would make inclusion the core value of what we stand for. Always at question is the representation of African Americans. Always at question. And in addition to that, there was always a threat to take away. But we discovered so many things in terms of data. We discovered that in the census last 10 years, African Americans were 6.8% of the population. And yet, that was according to the forms turned in, however. Yes. And that yet 10 years later, they're 6.2. That's not even a full point less in terms of the forms turned in. And so yet, there was this threat that we're going to take one assembly seat, we're going to take one congressional seat from them. And now, we have the challenge of the city of Los Angeles. And they are still going through the process. First, we had the redistricting committee. They drew the lines. Then we had the vote of the proposal that they submitted to council passed. And now we're at a point where the mayor has an opportunity to confirm or to add to those final lines. What will it mean? Well, I don't know what the mayor will do. But what it means is that it is important for us to get together to look at the strengths and weaknesses of our area. The 9th District is a district where I have worked as senior deputy for Supervisor Yvonne Burke, covering that part of South Central Los Angeles. And we know that there are some economic challenges there. There is some talk that the lack of the businesses downtown will have a great impact upon, obviously, the tax increment bonds. But when you have lemon, you have to make lemonade. What it appears to be is an opportunity to look at what they have put into the district. One, University of Southern California. When we look at the makeup of the district, not only in terms of the demographics of Latinos and African Americans living there, but when we look at the fact that a great portion of the citizens are seniors. USC has a great gerontology department. Why couldn't we have a great relationship with the gerontology department at USC to improve the quality of life for seniors in South Los Angeles? Many of our young people have very minor legal problems. Problems like they didn't pay 5 traffic tickets. They had a DUI they never got straight. Well, we have a great law school, Gould School of Law. Maybe this could be a project for some of our young people who are in law school, and we could develop a clinic to help those young people to clean up those basic legal problems.
My name is Bernard Payton, and this is my wife, Nelia, and we're here in support of Mike Davis for the 9th District.
Good. Hopefully everything will go well and he'll be there. Thank you. Hi, I'm Dr. Deborah LeBlanc, and it is an honor to endorse and support Assemblyman Mike Davis, soon to be City Councilman Mike Davis. He is a young man who has the heart of the community, and he is a very, very committed public servant. Not only has he been an outstanding public servant, but he has never forgotten his African American roots. He is committed to the advancement of African Americans all over the nation. Go Mike Davis, keep on making us proud. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emma Sharif, and I serve as the Vice President for Compton Unified School District Board of Trustees. I am truly honored to be a supporter of Mike Davis. I have watched him and watched all his accomplishments while he was in the Assembly, and I'm truly proud of him. I know that he's going to do a wonderful job here at the local level as our 9th District Councilperson. And I'm very proud to say, Mike, I'm here to support you. I'm wishing you the best, and I'm looking forward to the election night. Thank you.
Hi, Mike. It's your friend, Maddie McFadden Lawson. I am the National Co-Chair of Women for Obama, and you know we love you dearly. I'm happy to be here at your fundraiser. I'm looking forward to hosting our very own fundraiser for you. You've worked so hard for this community. You are indeed making a difference, and we are rallying around you to support you to ensure victory for the 9th District and your candidacy. Take care, and God bless.
I'm here sitting with attorney Renee Campbell, who is hosting the campaign fundraiser for Assemblyman Mike Davis. Hi, Renee. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you today?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for hosting. Tell me, what are the specific attributes about Mike Davis that you like so much? I know you said you've known him for over 20 years. What can you tell us?
You know, Mike is one of the can-do people. You know, you meet people that are going to do or, want to do or, think about what they're going to do or how they're going to do it. But Mike really is a person that you can count on that's going to put into action a plan. And as long as I've known him, if I call him up and I say, Mike, I'm involved in this situation and, we want to do this to try to get some money, he says, okay, tell me what you need. And then he produces. And you know what? When you're trying to work for people that are in need, work for organizations that are in need, and you have somebody like that, it is so important, and it is so important to get things done. And he's one of those people that does it.
What is the one issue in the 9th District, or even in all of the districts, that you would like to see dealt with after this next election?
Well, the 9th District has been reorganized, and Mike, I love his attitude about that. I was concerned when the redistricting took away a lot of the major assets, a lot of the crown jewels, frankly, of the 9th District. And so he has a great attitude about that. He says, that's okay, we have SC, we still have LA Live. LA Live is so important to Los Angeles in general, not only the 9th District in particular, but in general, because LA Live allows LA to become a destination city for conferences. these big conferences that they have, really worldwide, they can now come to Los Angeles and go to the Marriott, go to all the restaurants that are around there, and to our convention center. And I think Mike is going to really take advantage of that and take it to another level. And then if the football stadium comes in, then it's going to really help the economy of the city of Los Angeles. It's going to exponentially. It's going to just take us off the map. And I think Mike is the person that can do that.
So one last thing, I would like for you to look into the camera and give Mike Davis a shout out for his run for city council.
Mike, I know that number one, you're qualified. Number two, you have the resources. And number three, you have the stamina to get this job done. And I'm going to be there with you every step of the way. All right, let's do it.
And that's it for Newswire LA at Assemblyman Mike Davis's campaign fundraiser here in Baldwin Hills. We'll see you next time.
And that's it for Newswire LA's first dual story episode. Look for more of those coming down the line, so stay tuned. That's it for this edition of Newswire LA. We thank you for joining us. To keep up with everything Newswire LA, look us up on Facebook and Twitter at Newswire LA. That's it for all of us, and we thank you for joining us. I'm Chin Thomas Sangsa, your host, saying so long, and we'll see you back here next time.